there's some information here: tax, sales, total sales, and monthly sales. I'm going to do in a monthly sales thing. So what I do is click on that, and we'll do it by manual method. So we just click on equals B10 plus B11 plus B12 plus B13, and that's adding those cells up. So when we change those figures in the cells, it automatically updates. Now I use an auto sum, so I click on where I want the sum to go, click on the auto sum, which I did before, just double click on that, and you'll see the auto sum has automatically added those information. I'm going to use just type in the formula this time, equals sum, and that will be B10 to C10. And I can copy that down as well using the autofill. So something. Now what I'm going to do here is use 10% of the total sales. So what it will be is member sales times 10%. So I'm just going equals D10 times B3. And when I fill those down, it doesn't really calculate. And you'll see there that when I'm moving it down, the 10% is no longer the target. So what I have to do is to change the formula so it includes the what they call an absolute reference, which means a dollar sign. So because the B3 is changing, I need to put a dollar sign before the B, so locking in the column, and a dollar sign before the 3, locking in the row. And that way, when I do fill those cells or copy those cells down, that 10% is being the target to that. Okay, so now that makes a bit more sense. It makes it much more faster and efficient when creating those formulas. One thing I might think about doing is just showing you average. Average is a formula which is necessary, but the same principle goes with that, with minimum and maximum and those sorts of things. So what I'll do is look at creating an average, and there's a number of ways of doing it, like we did with the sum function. We can do it manually, or we can do it by looking at the formula. So what I'm going to do here is just type in equals, and equals tells the cell that there's a formula. I go up into the portion just below the clipboard, and I click average, because when I click on equals it shows the formulas, and then I have a reference. Now you'll see there that I've got B10 to B14, and B10 to B14 actually includes the total, but let's see if we can fix that later on. So if I move that over, it's a little bit it's not really the average as such. It's an average of Bob, Harry, Judy, but it's also including the total as well. So what I can do is change that in the formula. So it's instead of B10 to B14, I'll make it B13 and then just copy it through. Something very easy to overlook, but very necessary to ensure that the correct cells are selected.